Welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl, Ruka.
And Big Boy Sam here. Look, we decided that this time round, we're going to watch the live action of Full Metal Alchemist and compare it to the anime. So there's a big fat theme of purpose and identity and what is human. Yeah, I've just mentioned three things that seem to be intertwined in this whole film. And to be honest, in the anime, it was completely there too, let's be fair.
I think that the first thing I'm going to say is I'm really happy to see a live action of an anime that actually has an Asian cast. I think that they got the casting correct for the most part with the characters. I think they did a really good job there.
Winry's hair.
Let it go, because Winry's character was good. Even though she wasn't as present in the anime as she was in this film, I think that they used her nicely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Total great presence. Made the story actually more involved, and she was very good as a character addition.
I thought though that they kind of made it seem a little bit like Alf just kind of went along with everything. But in the anime, he was really against trying to bring the mom back, and he mentioned it so many times. I know that they've only got a set amount of time because it's a movie, but I feel like they could have shown it a little bit more, simply because he is literally just a shell of a person because of this event. So do it properly, I feel like.
Well, let's just break it down, innit? As you said, he's a shell of a person. His brother lost an arm and a leg, and their mum is dead. And he said no the whole time so that at least them two would be whole. But because of the stubbornness, the mum was dead again. Because let's be honest, we all know who their mum is.
Yeah, but they didn't even go into that at all.
I know.
I mean, they hinted at it a little bit, but...
A lot of it. It was a motif. They motifed it.
I feel like if you hadn't watched the anime, you would have been like, is she, isn't she?
I feel like if you hadn't watched the anime, you'd be like, why is this bitch giving them so much slack? Like, on a level, like, you would have been like, stab him in the heart. Game over. What's going on?
Fair enough, yeah. yeah, true. I liked the nightmare flashback. I think that was really cool.
Brilliant. Flipping brilliant that was.
But at times, the film felt more of a play than a movie. It looks like they're on a set at all times. It makes the acting feel a little bit like Power Rangers, because everything around it is just so bad. Like, it looks like a set. Like,
wait, what? Power Rangers? What the fuck? Wait, what? Listen here. Don't shit on Power Rangers, man. Bandai used to be the child.
Okay, shush. We're not talking about Power Rangers. Power Rangers is what it is. We all know what it is. Power Rangers is like one step above seeing puppet strings in TV shows when you're not supposed to. It's like one step above. And this kind of felt like that at times. I feel like the FX really didn't help, because sometimes the FX were like kind of good, but then for the most part it was kind of odd. Like, they didn't have enough budget, maybe, I don't know. But the only people that I feel like escaped the terrible FX and managed to keep their acting A1 is Tucker, Lust, and the General. They are literally the only three that did not get impacted by the silly music in the background or the FX or the set.
Yeah, okay, like, Rika's correct. The acting was hyper stylized, and it didn't really convey the importance of what was going on sometimes, especially with the bad effects and whatever. And I know it's dated, I know it's not current, and so we shouldn't be expecting, but at the end of the day, we're trying to carry the story, and the anime did it better in most part, I think. So if you're gonna do a film about it, like, do it well.
I have to agree. Like, I would say that it made it feel empty. Like, showing the downfall of the priest, but then not showing how respected he was in that city and how much everybody loved him and how nobody really wanted Edward to be doing anything to this dude because they freaking loved him, and the fact that he was performing miracles, what they thought were miracles. They just kind of left everything out, and it was weird because it's like, why put it there if you're not going to use it? It had no impact. And then I would say telling us in one sentence that Edward is smart, but actually not showing us how smart he is. Like, in the anime, you get how far above he is from everyone else. And I feel like with the film, it made it almost seem like the that he did that turned into a big ass mess. They made it seem almost like it was slightly normal. That, okay, maybe he was a little bit young, but
yeah,
you know, it could be done. Like, it lost all of its impact. Like, no, Edward was freaking smart. Like, so smart.
Like,
and not showing us how much he hated the military, like he was calling them military dogs. None of that was even shown. It was just like, oh, okay, I'm part of the military, but he kind of wasn't. He was just doing his own thing on the side.
The side all the time. When did he ever do whatever the military said? Go visit this room, maybe. That was it. Oh, okay. Like, you know? No, but you're right. We all watch the anime, so let's be fair. My guy created 9 circles after looking at one circle and making it more efficient for the alchemy in order to disassemble something. My guy took a second to look at a circle and then created 9 different lists. Bruv, the power of alchemy is crazy, isn't it? Because they lull you into this false sense that it's equivalent exchange when you have the right matter, but they forget about the energy. And then obviously towards the end of the anime, you understand where the energy comes from. Us. In this world, this reality, our dead people. Like, and it's pretty cool, and it was a great revelation. However, this guy understood how to efficiently make that energy transference after looking at things once. His research rate was mad, and he never stopped learning. And then he came into this world and then learned how to do flipping physics, which is completely different to alchemy. And he helped make the atomic bomb. I know it's a story, but do you get what I mean? Like, this guy was A1 intelligence. I didn't see that in the film. I saw a broody emo kid who got angry at everything.
Right, that was also an issue for me. Every 4.5 seconds, Ed is punching something and screaming into the void. It was so irritating because it wasn't like that in the anime. He wasn't a crybaby. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Why is he crying all the time? Why is he screaming in anguish? Like, if you can't show us his emotions without having him literally go, ah, then there's something wrong with your staff.
Goku times, I hope you feel offended. Also, like you said earlier as well, the priest in the beginning who was well respected in the whole town. Rather than showing us, like Lucas said, how respected he was and what miracles he was performing, and then actually having Edward explain the process of alchemy in the beginning, you had Al do it. Rather than kill Envy using Mustang going in and in with his shots, which was the best part of the anime for me, to be honest. You made him kill Lust and Envy. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was... Okay, I know it's a little bit biased because obviously I'm anime hard as opposed to movie hard, but it was like, come on, bro, you had the script, fam. Like, the script is there. All you had to do was follow.
Also, I feel like there was a lot missing when it came to what Tucker did, because they didn't actually show the relationship between Al, Ed, Tucker, and Nina, and how close they actually got over time. So it meant so much more that he did this to Nina. And not just that, but Hughes as well. Yes, they showed us him having dinner with Hughes and his wife one time, but they got really close. That death was horrible.
I have to disagree with you here. I feel like the film did a great job in showing the friendship between Ed and Hughes. I think that's the only thing that they got spot on in that sense.
Spot on.
Spot on. Like, I said what I said. I mean, your opinion is valid, and I guess mine's just correct, isn't it? So it is what it is.
The scene where they had those jummies that got the Philosopher's Stone, and then they started screeching and dropping from the from the ceiling to the floor, bench. That was horrific, but in a good way.
It was horrific in a good way.
Even though the dummies weren't like perfect in terms of the way they looked, I still thought that it gave the necessary emotion.
Yeah, definitely.
Towards how disgusting and eerie the whole thing was. I thought that was really good.
It was the plop. You know, the plop when they hit the floor. It was the plop.
It was the way the limbs were all twisted and it still just kept getting up. Oh, it was horrible. Okay, then. To me, standing up against the anime was never going to work. I knew it before I started watching. However, this is probably one of the better live actions that I've actually seen. Anime to live action.
Because of you guys, we're doing something special. We might next week watch Death Note.
I think we should do Dragon Ball.
Let us know in the comments whether we should do Death Note or Dragon Ball.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Have you watched this live action? Did you think it was good?
Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.
Peace.